A lot of people know me from radio and TV, but this story really isn't about media per se. It's about an uncommon sport, golf, that helped me reconnect with myself and the men I call my brothers. I knew exactly what I wanted to do since I was 12 years old. My mom and dad bought me and my sister JVC 13-inch TVs, one for her room, one for my room. We were balling, right? So I used to sneak and watch TV. And one night I'm up and I see this guy and he's talking to a rapper. I'm like, man, that's pretty cool. And then I sneak again and I watch again. He's talking to a bigger rapper and he's talking to a bigger black star. And I was like, yo, whatever he's doing, that's what I want to do. That was Arsenio Hall. And since 1991, I was locked in. I went to Temple University. I majored in broadcast, telecommunications, and mass media. I snuck backstage of a radio concert, met a radio DJ. I moved to LA, did all of this stuff. And 24 years later, once I first saw Arsenio Hall, I had my own talk show on the same network. Come on, y'all can clap it. I was killing it, dog. I was killing it, right? And then 5 months in, after the 150th episode, March 27th, 2017 at 8:50 in the morning, my mom passed away. And if you know me and my family, were super tight. My mom and dad were married for 45 years before she passed. I get my love of music from my dad. I get my passion from my mom. And I was hurt. I was crushed. And for the next 3 years, I faked it. I put my suit on and I would go on TV and I would smile and I didn't want to do it. And I would go on the radio and I would do the same thing. And then 2020 happened and we all felt that. And I was sitting here in the crossroads of my life like, man, do I still want to do this? Do I still want to fake and act like I want to be here and make people laugh and joke? And it was some other like George Floyd things going on. Y'all could read between the lines. And I was like, nah, it's time to go. So I quit in the middle of a global pandemic with 3 sons and a wife and bills and more bills. I quit my job and I started my own marketing/production company. And people thought I was crazy because, no, don't clap for that. People thought I was crazy because it was crazy. It was insane, right? And I get a call and a guy who I, kind of knew, he's like, hey man, you want to come play golf? Now, I don't really know anything about golf. I will tell you this. My mom introduced me to golf. My mom loved golf. Well, she loved Tiger Woods. You know what I'm saying? My mom loved Tiger Woods. Ironically enough, her maiden name was Woods. And she would root for Tiger Woods every weekend as if that was her son. 2013, the US Open came here and I got tickets. And me and my mom spent a day just following Tiger Woods around the Marion golf course. And she was excited. So for me, that was my introduction to golf. Fast forward, this guy, Jonathan Lennox, white guy, lives in Princeton, New Jersey. Hey, why don't you come up and play golf? These people up in this golf course are super rich. Let me break it down to you. I drive a Toyota Camry. I pull in. These guys have Benzes, Beamers, Bentleys. One of the guys, so rich, his family owns a bunch of stuff, and he would fly his helicopter over the golf course. He was 24 years old at the time. This is the kind of money they had. So it was a little intimidating. So I come up, and I see Jonathan and his son, who was 16 at the time, Nicholas, and I was like, ooh, maybe I can connect with my kids when they get older, because y'all know, if y'all know anything about teenagers, they only know one word, right? Hey, how you doing? Fine. I'm hungry. Like, they don't really talk to you. I was like, this is a way I can connect with my kids when they get older. A couple other things Jonathan told me. He said, listen, when you first start playing golf, anybody who starts playing golf, you suck in the beginning. You just got to sit and you got to suck. I was like, all right, cool. He said, the second thing I do, he said, when I play golf, anytime I'm about to do business, I tell somebody to go play golf. I play golf with them. Because he said you can learn a lot about a person by playing golf with them, right? He said you can learn a lot about their character and if they lie and all these different things, right? He said if a person lies about their score in golf, they'll lie about anything, especially in business. So you should stay away from them. So I was like, all right, cool. And at the time, two of my friends, my closest friends, one who I knew since first grade, the other I knew since high school, both lost their fathers in the middle of the pandemic, non-COVID related deaths. So I was like, man, we should go play golf. So we start playing golf, and the crazy thing happened when we start playing golf. We start having intense, deep conversations that we never even had before about grief, about business. I was frightened because I jumped out of the window and started this business, and talking to my brothers made it feel manageable. And we start playing, we start traveling, we start going to California, start going to Connecticut, we start going to West Palm Beach and playing. And one thing about me, y'all may not know, I'm super competitive and I wanted to beat them. So I'm from Germantown, and being a black man from Germantown or for the inner city, you kind of figure out like, hey, you got it all figured out. And golf is one of those sports you can't fake it. It will humble you, right? So I'll go on social media, I go on Instagram, and I'll say, hey, I'm looking for a golf coach. Somebody's like, hey, why don't you reach out to Lewis Kelly? Lewis Kelly was a golf instructor. He worked at First Tee. First Tee is an organization that helps kids, inner city kids, into the game of golf. So I get with Lewis. He turns me from a terrible golfer to a bad golfer, right? And we start having a connection. He's 15 years younger than me, right? So I meet him and his girlfriend. He marries her. Me and my wife go to his wedding. Him and his wife start babysitting for me. I didn't even know this guy 2 years prior. I'm like, I was acting unusual for myself, right? So then he's like, he was a aspiring pro golfer. He's like, hey man, I'm going to this New Jersey State Open, and I would love for you to come. I want you to see me play golf. So we went, me and my friends went, and Lewis actually won the New Jersey State Open. He was the first African American to win the New Jersey State Open. It was crazy. So we're black. It's not a lot of black people on the course. We hugging, we taking pictures. People take pictures of us. We get on a cover of a golf magazine. It was crazy. It's like, I didn't even know about golf beforehand. We out here, we holding the trophy. It was crazy, right? And it was blowing my mind that golf connected me with people that I didn't even know. Now, prior to golf, after 2017, my dad, he and my mother lived in their dream home in East Oak Lane for about 18 to 20 years. And after that, he couldn't stay there. He left and he escaped, I call it. He moved to south of Dover, Delaware, just enough that his grandkids can't see him on a regular basis, right? So I'm like, Dad, you don't know nobody down there. Why won't you start playing golf? He's like, I don't know. So I go down, I get him some clubs, and we find a local golf course. I'm like, Dad, you need to start playing. So we go and play. We see this older white man around his age. He's like, hey, y'all about to go play? We're like, yeah. He's like, can I play with y'all? I'm like, sure. So we go out, and in 10 minutes, the dude's buying us drinks. We're buying him drinks. We're having a good time. My dad was like, oh my goodness, is golf always like this? I'm like, yeah, I've been trying to tell you, you're hard-headed. That's the only time I could call my dad hard-headed. I'm like, man, you hard-headed, man, right? And this was the first time since my mom passed that we had an amazing time. See, the thing about when my mom passed on March 27, 2017, me and my dad were the only ones there. My sister lives 2 hours away, and when she literally passed, it was just me and him. So this was the first time since that moment that we were actually having a good time and having fun. Another thing about golf you always may hear is deals happen on the golf course. Y'all ever hear that? Deals happen on the golf course? Well, they do. So I have a marketing/production company, and I play golf with a guy, and he's like, hey, what are you doing now? I'm like, man, I got my marketing production company. He's like, man, it's a big company in town that needs your services. I'm like, you're right. They do. I'm like, please. He's like, all right, I'm going to call him. And he called the owner of the company, and I had a deal, one of my biggest deals to date, because I play golf with this guy. And it was crazy. I was like, oh man, this is really true. And the thing that happens on the golf course, it's more like therapy. It's changed my life in a way that I really didn't see. So for me, ironically, my mom introduced me to the game of golf, and she's not here, but now I have a whole community of people. And I want my sons to play, and they reluctantly play, but it's like life. You know, golf is one of those things like you have ups, you have downs, you go through different things, but you have to keep swinging. Thank you.